Alright, welcome back. In this video we're going to check out the spikes area that I talked to you about briefly at the end of the last video. So apparently, see, that happens. So when you're moving in the spikes, it Alright, so the issue here is that when you're in the spikes, you don't take damage. You take damage on initially hitting it, but once you're there, you don't take damage. And I think the issue is going to go back to a lot of the same deal. Oh, there's a new one. This time I started below ground. Okay. I'm like stuck in that collider. That might just be a Unity glitch with the collisions, but we'll check that out too. So let's look at what damage is. We have damage object here. Yeah, so that looks like a lot of the same issue that we have here. So what we're going to do is we're really just going to copy this and do the same thing, and that should fix that. Make sure that so grab your code from the enemy hurt player. You could probably just actually attach that to it versus doing all this new stuff right here. I accidentally messed that up, but you can just do that right there, bring that over. Let's press play. Yep, see, and that fixes that. So really, I don't even know why I made that extra script. I think just the enemy hurt player. Yeah, I think that one right there. If I just put this on each of these, like so, and turn that off, it should literally do the same thing. So I kind of made a redundant code there, and I shouldn't have. So, oh, that was a little bit of, that might have been where the collision ended on it. Yeah, I think, let me see here, which spike is that? Let's see. There's the collider. There's my player. There is some overlap, so it should, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just not enough overlap. I'm gonna take this one right here, and I'm going to extend the size a bit, bring it over right like that, and we're gonna see what happens. Alright, so now it works. So yeah, it's just, I guess, not overlapping enough with it. But if that bothers you, cool. If it doesn't, I mean, I would just personally probably leave it as like a close call moment for the player. Like one of those near-death experiences, and call it a day. Now I gotta figure out the death thing. So that's happened a couple of times. Let me die and I'll show you what's happening. So we're going. Alright, so you saw it started to play that death animation right there instead of going straight to the idle. We need to fix that. For some reason, it's also getting pushed down into it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a spawn point up above the ground and let the player just kind of drop in. Kind of like Streets of Rage. Hold on just a second. Alright, so what I think is happening is for one, let me go into this so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright. The user that discovered this error, make sure I give them credit, is Cyntera on YouTube. Okay. And what they discovered is when they hit the checkpoint, if the player dies, there's a little bit of an animation from the death that plays, and the jump plays, and sometimes it gets stuck in the ground. It didn't this time. Let's see if we can get it to get stuck in the ground. I mean, you saw it just a few minutes ago, but for some reason now it's not doing it. Let's see. Now it's not going to do it. It is what it is, but we're going to fix it. I know what's going on when I see it. I should have caught it before, but basically the invincibility is still going when the player dies. So it still thinks it's dying, and it still thinks it's invincible. So sometimes it'll glitch and fall through the ground. That's going to be a pretty simple coding fix. Let's go into our player controller. I already have it up. We're going to look for this, our enumerator for the respawn. First thing we're going to do is we're going to, after this yield return, we're going to stop all coroutines. Alright, that's going to stop the restart. It's going to stop the invincibility, anything that's going on, it's going to stop it. And then we're going to kind of reset it from there. And the way we're going to reset it is we're going to change this line here, and it's going to be actually vector 3 spawn position, and we're going to get rid of transform.position, and then we're going to put transform.position here, and it's going to be equal to a new underscore new vector 3. Let's make sure there's a space between new and vector 3, and spawn position dot x spawn position dot y. And just to be on the safe side, I'm actually going to add in a little drop effect, so the jump animation will play, but I want it to kind of drop in just to make sure if all else fails, then it's going to fall in from a little bit higher and make sure that everything is done and over with and it doesn't interact with the ground. Okay, so spawn position dot z. Alright, now let's see. I'm going to reset the velocity here by saying rb.linear velocity is equal to vector2.0. We're going to reset the animation. Oops. Reset animations. And we're going to say nm.set bool is dead, is false. We're gonna attempt to force it into the idle state, but I think it's really gonna end up playing the jump anyways because I'm not on the ground. I think I made it with a capital D. Let me double check. Yeah. I gotta figure out what these are. I think these are just issues with Unity behind the scenes. I get them periodically, but it never actually affects anything. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's go here. Why is my animation not showing up? Oh, it's right there. But where is the rest of it? We're at 10 minutes, so we got time. Player, open up the animator. Huh. It says it is open. I disagree. It is not open. It's not open at all. So let's It's not even showing. It's weird. All right. Let's turn off maximize. I can already see here idle was with a lowercase I, so that's fine. I'm not sure why my animator's not showing up, but whatever. We can delete this, so we don't need that. Now what we're gonna do here is reactivate some visuals just to make sure nothing gets deactivated in the process by accident. Reactivate the sprite. Sprite.enabled is equal to true. We're gonna leave the reset health stuff there. We're gonna leave this collider enabling here. We're gonna leave that there, and then we're gonna start. Now we can restart the coroutine and invincibility, and it should be fine. Now we shouldn't have any of those issues. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. All right. Let's save that. Play our game and hope for the best. Yeah. All right. We'll start off with the spikes. It's only, you're getting that jerk in the beginning from the camera because the camera is starting off in the boss arena because I'm working on the boss tutorials. And you see there, it worked out. We're good. I'll do it again to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Alright, now let's do it from the checkpoint. I've activated the checkpoint. Dead. Falls down. Boom. Let's go ahead to the kill box. Dead. Boom. Alright, so now that we got those fixed, let's see. I think that was it. Mentioned one about getting stuck on the wall. I think that's an issue with the colliders. That might take me a little bit longer. Let's see, we're at 13 minutes. We'll try to fix it. We'll see what we can do. In order to do that though, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Here I have I don't really have walls here, but I do have them in level 1. So let's go back to level 1. And we'll use this wall right here. And for that, I'm actually just going to kind of cheat a little bit and move the player all the way over here. And where's the camera? The camera's all the way over there, so we'll put him there. All right. So what's happening is this, right? So it's getting stuck right there and then it falls down. I think that's just a collider issue, but we're gonna see if we can't fix that. So the easiest way I can think to fix this is, so if we look at our rigid body 2D, we can look at our colliders. There's these physics materials, that's that area. We also have it here on our tile map collider, and I feel like that would be the easiest place, this physics material. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just, I don't have a folder for it. That's going to drive me a little insane. So I'm going to create a folder, and I'm just going to say materials. And inside of this folder, ooh, I'm in such a rush. I forgot the underscore. Shame on me. Alright. My students should be ashamed. Just kidding. Don't be ashamed. Alright. So in here I'm going to create a 2D physics material. I'm just going to name it no friction. And what this is going to do is I'm going to set the friction to 0, so there's not going to be any stickiness. And I'm just going to add it to this FG map, so the foreground map, into this physics material slot here. So now if I press it by play, I can jump at the wall and I just slide down. So there's no more stickiness there. So just to show you kind of a difference, I'm going to delete it real quick while I'm play mode and jump at it, and now I get stuck. See? And then I fall down. But when I add it back and come back here into play mode, there's nothing. Alright? So there's that. I think that's all the fixes that Cyntera found. Thank you, Cyntera. I should have been paying attention to that, but I did not. I appreciate you, and I love the support that you give me by watching my videos. As always, keep learning, keep building. I'll see you in the next video.